Morning everyone. I'm going to throw together a little folio for you this morning because it's Folio Friday. I've not done a trial run of this one, I'm just winging it. So I have an idea, a vague idea of what I want. So I'm thinking this is just a 12 by 12 double-sided sheet. I am thinking it's not going to be like a multiple flap one. I think it's just going to be a two, you know, like I suppose more of a booklet. And I want it to be 5 by 5 when it's folded. So we'll do 10 by 5. That seems small. 10 by 7. That seems like a nice size. This one's got a lovely XO print on this side, and it's got lines on this side. And these will be handy in our folio. So this is, what did I say? Well, 10 by 5? Yes. So scoreboard, does this go up to 5? It does. So we'll score this at 5. I'll score it from which side? I've always really got to think about what side to score on. I think the rule is to fold away from the valley. So I've now just scored it on the wrong side, but I can always turn it over and score it on there as well. Oh, I think my cutting's ever so slightly out, so I'm just going to move that. What's the cat making noise about? What? Oh, I'm not getting that straight. Well, I think if we learn anything here, it's that Carla can't measure. Right, that'll do, close enough. So it's just going to be a simple 2-pager. She says simple. I'm sure it won't be because once I get going. So my idea was to have multiple flip up pages on this side and 2 little envelope pockets on this side. We'll see how that pans out. So I'll go with my envelopes first. I've obviously planned this well because I haven't got anything ready. Shall we go with some script for the envelopes? Let's have a look. These are just a cheap paper set from Temu, probably. Let's have a look. I think that was quite a nice one. And let's go with that one. I think we want them to be quite busy. Just because we want to. I'll leave this paper set out because we might want it again. I could use those on my flips. Right. Do we all know how to make an envelope without a punch board? So you need to find your centre point. A pencil. So cross and there's your centre point. Okay? So I'm going to rub that bit out that's above there. Oh wow, nice little red stain. Okay. I don't know why I didn't just get the other. That's better. A little. Right. I don't think it's really going to matter which way this goes. That's going to fold down that way. That's going to fold up that way. Let's go this way. So, you know, you've rubbed the side of your line out. But we know where the centre point is now, so it's fine. Right, into the middle. into the middle. I am just assuming that this envelope will fit on this page because I obviously haven't measured. Because why would I do that? And then I'll fold this corner down so that it sits like an envelope. Then obviously this one will come down. So we are going to glue this flap down because that'll give a nice folded edge at the top of your envelope. You can cut it off if you want. I prefer to just glue that one down. And then I'm going to cut this corner and this corner off. If I'd have folded this flap to come further down, which I think I actually probably should, that will give a bit more coverage. Room for error. We can always decorate and cover that there. So we need to cut our folded corners out. Oh, it's not my lampshade. I am sure you have all folded an envelope before and do not actually need me to show you this. But I will show you one and then I'll do the other one off camera. Because I have many tools, but I don't have an envelope board. I just don't feel the need for one when it's so easy to just... I mean, I do have... you should be able to use this on the back of your scoreboard. I think most scoreboards have the envelope bit on the back. I just don't bother. I just pick a piece of paper and fold it. Just go with. And yes, that will be a good size. So, glue on here. And on here. And how far? I'll do sort of 3/4 of the way, I think. To be fair, I think I could have gone all the way. We can always, I'll let it dry and then probably add a little more. I don't want to. And also the way that flap's just hung, you've not seen a stitch of that. That's better. Right, so that envelope is now all nice and glued. We could have rounded corners if we wanted to. Probably around this one. I think that'll look quite nice. You can ink it, do as you please. Obviously, that is a lovely side, but if we do that, we can't really need to straighten that up. Right, I will make the other one in a minute, but we'll start making our floppy bits first. So, my thought was to have quite a few flaps on here. So I'm thinking that I will alternate between a something like this. You can get a couple of flaps out of that and a few flaps out of that. So there's some differentiation. Differentiation, is that the right word? So, how big do we want our flaps? is the next question. Well, if I'm wanting to do this, then they have to be about 3 inches, but they are also going to need a fold at the top, like a flap to glue them down. So I'm thinking, well, if I'm wanting to use this one, it's going to have to be 3, so I'm going to have to cut them to 3 inches. So, chopper. 3 inches. That's 2. How wide do we need them? How wide was our page? Can we remember? We're at 5. I think it was 5 inches, wasn't it? It is 5. So if we go 4.5, so we'll take off 1.5. Take off 1.5. Which side do I want to take it off of? I think this side, because this side's a bit more interesting. One and a half off of this one. Might take a little bit off each side. Take off 1/2 inch from that side. Half an inch there. And 1 inch off of this side. That should be the same size. If my math mathed, it did. Congratulations, Carla, your math mathed. Right. How wide's this? Is this going to be wide enough? Is it the same width? Yeah, we're fine. We can chop that down a little. Right. What am I doing? 3. 3 inches. 3 inches. And 3 inches. Something with that scrap there. Right. What did you say we wanted these at? 4.5. And it is not that. So we're just taking off the end of the ear. Bob on. So again, just the end of the ear. Just the end of the ear. Dare I try and do these both at the same time? Might have been a little bit shy on that one. Oh. Okay. I'm not taking enough off at all. Maybe I didn't measure the other one right. Right, they're the same size now. Please be the same size. Ish. Close enough. Right. Swaps. See, my instinct was to throw them away, but then I've just looked down it and it's got those cute externals, and I could probably use the wider ones. I'll throw the skinny ones. The wide ones I might be able to use. Maybe. We'll see. Right, I think I'm going to score it along the top edge and then around corners. So, scoreboard, did I put it away? I did. Oops, sorry. I got you plugged in. I need to charge before I go to work. Right, so I think, do we just want a 1/4 inch? I think a 1/4 inch will be more than enough for a little flappy flap. 1/4 inch. I think it's going to be a bit of a task to fold 1/4 inch, but it'll be fine. The smaller folds are usually a bit trickier to quarter of an inch. I'm scoring these ones a bit heavier because it's just thicker. This is more cardstock than obviously that one's paper. These are denser. Could always back it if I feel like I need to, but we'll see. Right, so fold the edge. Fold the edge. Hold that one. Oh, this one. And then that one. So I will need to figure out some spacing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I quite like that actually. I think that's nice. And I'm going to have an envelope here. And when I folded it, I'll have an envelope here. Do we like it? I think I like it. I'm going to do some corner rounding, I'm going to do some inking, and I'll fold this one, and I'll be right back. Hello, hello, hello. Right, I have made my other envelope. I have inked them. I have got them ready. So they're ready to glue down. So we'll do that first, because that's a nice simple one to do. I might actually glue it down like a pocket. That was well wonky. Because that's just an extra bit of storage, isn't it? Oh God. Getting it everywhere. I don't think I've cut this straight. These lines aren't straight. Something's not straight. I ain't gonna worry it. And then this one. Again on 3 sides, so it's a pocket. Oh, I wonder if it's my envelopes that wonky, which is quite possible. So, no, I think I've cut it wonky because if I put that folder on there, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to glue down my top and bottom flap first, and then I can... Do I want to do that? Do I just want to start at the bottom and work my way up? I want to make sure that ends up there. I want that one there. Measure them, Carla. No, we don't want to. That one there. That one. My thoughts are if we have about an inch of each flap. Would that work? I'm not entirely sure. We will see in a moment. Ooh, just. I think that'll work. So if we start from the bottom one, so I've just mitered the flap so that it's not protruding when we glue it down. So we don't really want to see the flap while it's closed. Right, we'll go about there. Like so. Right, next one. So an inch is 1, 2, 3, 4. So about there. Do we want it just shy of an inch? We did it at an inch, didn't we? So let's go with an inch. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That. Like so. The next one, about an inch. How much is an inch? About there to that line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines up. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. About there. And then an inch. 1, 2, 3. Just covering the fourth. One, 2, 3, just covering the fourth. And then last one. Just. Well done, Carla. Not bad for winging it. Line it up about there-ish. Okie dokie. Let's go over those. Oh, I'm liking this. Right, I feel like we could put a big chunky pocket on the front there. Or we could put a belly band on the front. Do we want a belly band? We could put a belly band on the front. Tell you what we could put on these. Some of the stamps I made the other day. Right, so I'm thinking belly band on the front. And then using one of these, maybe that one, have a nice deep pocket for a nice big journaling card or whatever you want to put in. I like that, I think. Yes, and I'm going to get out my little drawer of stamps if I can wiggle it out in that little gap. You're in the way. I mean, not you personally, but the phone stand. Sorry, wiggled you about all over there. We can use some of my stamps. Yes. Right. So, our pocket needs to be, that's 5, so if we say, we could do 4 3/4, couldn't we? Then we don't have to take much off. What am I looking for? Chopper. So if this is going to be, let's just cut this edge down first. And then this one doesn't quite measure that far, so let's go about there. Yeah, that's a good fit. Right, and then I think I want this top bit with the, I'll bring your chopper up. I want to maybe cut along that line. Or just below the line. That's a nice little piece. We can use for something else. Well, it's not quite as deep as I thought I was going to do, but it will work. Right, do we want a notch? We've not notched anything else, but this is the only pocket per se, so notch. I'm knocking everything over. Look. I don't know if I want to. Where's my middle? I don't want it to be a big notch. I want it to be a little notch. Yep. Around my corners. I've been looking this morning at a crocodile corner chomper. Has anybody got one? I'm weighing up the pros and cons of investing in something a little more expensive, because this corner rounder absolutely drives me wild. It just irritates me. More often than not. It's probably me shoving it in too far. I'm fully going to admit that. But all the time, it's just all the time. Right, glue. Do I want to make this 2 pockets instead of a belly band? Because I don't know that I actually want a belly band. I could make a closure with this, couldn't I suppose? I think I want 2 pockets. Yeah, we're going with it. I want 2 pockets. More corners. Before I started like this, I was like, I'll make it a 1-page wonder. I'll just, I'll just use the 12 by 12. Absolutely didn't, did I? Do we want the smaller one on the front and then decorate, or no? I like the stampy look on the. Right. Let's go about there. And then on the back. About there. Yep. And inked around my folio. I'm doing all this in the frayed burlap. Just because it was what I picked up to do the envelope, and I've just carried on with it. I didn't want the inking to be too dark. I really should have done this before I attached everything. That would have been easy, wouldn't it? To be fair, it's not too bad. That looks better. And doesn't really need it on the outside because it's quite dark. And we'll do it just for a bit of continuity, but I don't think it's going to be all that noticeable. Right. I was thinking about using these. But I think I'm just going to use these. Which ones do we want? Because there's some beautiful ones. They turned out lovely, did these. I like this one. That's a pretty one. That is a pretty one too. If we just put them on the brown ones. I like that. Do we need to add a bit of something else with it? Do we? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That one as well. Nice little sunflower. Don't know if that's too close to that one. Hasn't that oxidised really lovely? So pretty. Oh, that one's one as well though, so it's okay. Do I need a bit of perhaps cheesecloth or something? I have a new pack of cheesecloth. I haven't stained it or anything yet though. That doesn't mean that we can't use it though. It's got a nice piece of... We'll make use of that, won't we? Do we want a bit of cheesecloth? I think I need to do some staining on this before it's used. A nice idea, but I think it's a no. What about... What else have we got? Got some of this. What's this called? What's it called? What's it called? Oh, brain. God, my brain does not want to give me the name of it. That's really annoying because I know what it is. Perhaps just a little bit of... Does it require that? With perhaps a... What about some book page or some music paper? That could be interesting. Do I want music paper or do I want words? Go with some words. Some circles? Perhaps? Sorry, I really should stop tapping my nails together, shouldn't I? I bet that's really irritating. Something like that. Do we like that? I'm not sold on this, to be honest. Don't dislike that. I do feel like it needs something though. What have we got? What about my basket full of stretch? My basket full of all sorts. That one. be that further down and that under there, like so. I'm not sure about... I just don't know. What about this one? Perhaps? I don't know. Do I want black? Perhaps, but maybe ink it up so it's not so white. Perhaps. What about square one? Maybe. I don't dislike this one though, so maybe that could go on one of these lower ones. Something more like that with a circle. What we're thinking? Do we like it? That one. That's too big. I want a little, just a little one. That one. Is it upside down? It's hard to tell sometimes with these. Yes, I think it was. Ooh, come back. You stay there. You come there. And you come back down. Do we like that? I think I like that. I don't actually mind them white now. There's 3 of them. Okay. Right. I don't know if we're going to add anything else to them ones yet. I don't know if I want that with it being all brown. The others have got a bit, not all brown, all black. The others have got a bit of colour. Maybe this. The others are red though, not blue. This one? There's no green on the others though. Am I being overly picky? Probably. That one. Then do we want that? Because that's a colourful flower and these are all black and white. Flowers and text. Maybe I want a bit of text on that one. A bit of script. You can't even see me rifling through it, can you? What about a bee? What have we got on here? Flowers. Do we want a bee? That's black and all black and white. What's that one? No. It's got green on it. Maybe that one. Ooh. Let's go with a fountain pen. Right. Let's start sticking these down. So, that one first. Do we want tweezers? Probably be easier, won't it? And then we want the circle. Just want to roughly get it in the right place. Lovely. Right, I'm going to go and stick these down and I'll be back. Okay, let's get this finished up. I have stuck everything down. I have made a mistake here. This one was supposed to be at this side, but never mind. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. We have our envelopes. We have a pocket on the back and a pocket on the front. And I had this one long strip of this paper left. And I've decided to use it up instead of it going into my scrap drawer. I'm going to make some tags because I think that will be nice. And I've dug out 2 more of the stamps. I've got this here in case we want to add anything else in, but I think actually I like that as it is. Keep it simple. We'll round the bottom corners and I think we'll give it some shoulders for the top instead of cutting corners, because these are all rounded and I think I don't want a sharp corner. I think I'm going to round these to add to the where is it, the roundedness of everything. We'll round the bottom corners on this. I do want to get this done within the next sort of maybe 15 minutes or so. I need to get myself sorted for work and get on my merry way. Got some parcels to collect from the in-post locker on my way to work. I need to get them today. I think today is my last day to collect them. I usually would collect them the day of or the day after they've been dropped, but they were dropped on Saturday and I've had plans all weekend and I just haven't had a chance to go get them this weekend. Been busy. I don't drive, so it's not like a 2-minute job, it's like a 25-30 minute walk up the hill. Right, let's do the top. I think I'm going to do this end as the top. Oh, that wasn't in there right, were it? See, this is why I usually do it that way, to make sure that it's in right before we... And then round those ones. That, like that. And then that over the top. I don't think I'm going to put a hole in it and a thing either. I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. Ink. Absolutely need the ink. Not that one, that one. Right. Right, we'll get in there. I think these all look nice, just tucked into the front and back pocket. And then I think I'm going to call it a day so that I can go get ready for work. Right. Like so. Right. Glue. Where are you? There. Whoop. Don't know what that noise was I just made. Right. About there. Right. And then this one. I want them overlapping. Might need something at the top. Bird. Am I going to need something like that? I might need to put a hole in just to... because that's quite a big empty space, isn't it? Right. Now these ones are smaller, so they're not going to have the same... Oh, that's upside down. Try again. I think like so. There is quite a large empty space there, but the stamp's going to cover that, so I think I'm okay with that. Put that just below there. That one is slightly higher, but they're going to be on the front and back pockets, and I'm just going to see that they're not laid out quite the same. Right. About there. About. I love the colour of this. It's a really nice shade of like a mauvey purpley colour. About there. In a touch. Oh. Stamp. Right. I think it would look better with a slot, but I'm just going to go with a hole. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. About there. 1, 2, 3. About there. Like so. Do we have my box of twine? Where are you? Have I moved it? Oh, it's about there. I haven't quite got used to... Oh, knocked pins all over the floor. That was good. Let's put that one up there so I don't have to fish with that one. What should we put? You can't see. I'm thinking just a bit of bog standard, if I can find an end. I'm going to have to re-roll this. I've obviously pulled on an end at some point and it's been the wrong one. Right, that's a length that will do the job. There's 3 pins under my desk. I'll have to find them later. Luckily the big chunky heart ones, so they'll be easy enough to find. That was a really long piece of string that I didn't need all that much. I only needed, and I think that's been quite generous. Shall we do it this way? when I've done the little slip knot, I do like to top it with another knot, just so that it doesn't come undone. And then that's going to be more than enough. Slip it through. You obviously can leave it like that. You don't need to put the knot in. It's just personal preference. It does look slightly nicer without the knot, but I don't think the knot is nicer or anything. That one went nicer than that one. And then one in the front. I think it might need something up here, you know. And one in the back. There we have it. That's all I'm doing today. For this morning anyway. I'm sure I'll be on with a different project tonight. I've plenty to keep me going. So, Folio Friday, done. I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a go at making one. If you do, please do share your results in the Facebook group, Junk Journal Fairies UK. We'd love to see your work. I think this turned out really nicely. So, thank you for watching. Please give me a like, maybe a subscribe if you would like to, and ring the notification bell if you'd like to see my other videos. I've got some great ones coming up, and I've done some great ones recently that I hope you enjoy. So, thank you, and I'll catch you later.